Welcome, distinguished viewers, to the inner sanctum of the entertainment world, the only place where we peel back the velvet curtain to reveal the raw, beating heart of celebrity life. Welcome back to Mr. Magazine. If you are looking for superficial headlines and fleeting gossip, you are in the wrong place, but if you seek the profound human stories that shape the stars you admire, you have found your home. Before we embark on today's emotionally charged journey, involving one of Turkey's biggest international stars and the unbreakable bond of family, please ensure you have subscribed to our channel. For those of you who wish to be the true patrons of this journalistic endeavor, enabling us to continue our deep dive investigations, we invite you to click that join button below. Your support is the engine that drives this community. And of course, your voice matters. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments as we unravel this story. Now, let us turn our gaze toward Italy and Turkey, where a storm has been brewing around the enigmatic Yaman, a storm that has finally summoned a fierce protector from the shadows, his mother. In the high-stakes amphitheater of modern celebrity, where every heartbreak is commodified and every moment of vulnerability is dissected under the harsh glare of public scrutiny, Yaman has found himself walking a solitary and tumultuous path. The echoes of his separation from Sarah Bloomer, the striking partner with whom he shared a passionate 6-month romance, have not yet faded, rather, they have transformed into a cacophony of judgment and unsolicited advice. It is a tale as old as time, yet perpetually fresh in its stinging pain. A relationship collapses, leaving behind not just two separated souls, but a debris field of rumors, speculation, and the heavy weight of shattered trust. For Yaman, a man whose physical imposition often masks a deeply sensitive interior, this breakup was not merely a romantic conclusion but a psychological upheaval that has triggered a radical transformation in his daily existence. The aftermath of the split has seen the actor retreat into a fortress of solitude, a behavior that the tabloids have been quick to label as aggressive or worrying. Instead of the polished, smiling figure on the red carpet, the public has been presented with a man who has thrown himself into the grueling discipline of the gymnasium with an intensity that borders on obsession. He is preparing for trips abroad, isolating himself from the chatter of the social scene, and occasionally breaking his silence with social media posts that carry a biting, almost hostile edge. To the casual observer, these actions might resemble a man unraveling. Comments such as "he cannot handle the weight of this breakup" or "is this level of anger truly necessary?" have circulated through the gossip columns like wildfire. However, to interpret his withdrawal merely as a sign of weakness is to misunderstand the process of grief. Ken is seemingly forging a new version of himself in the fires of this emotional crisis, choosing iron and silence over hollow socialization. Yet, the true climax of this narrative arrived not from Ken himself, but from the one woman who has stood by him since his very first breath. As the whispers from his social circle grew louder, with friends claiming that Ken was managing the process poorly, that his solutions were too aggressive, and that his attitude was sabotaging his career, a protective force intervened. Gülden Yaman, the actor's mother, stepped into the fray with the ferocity of a lioness protecting her cub. It is rare for the families of such high-profile stars to engage directly with the critics, but the barrage of judgment directed at her son proved too much for Gülden Hanım to bear in silence. Her response was not a polite request for privacy, it was a verbal barricade erected against the world. "No one should try to advise my son," she reportedly declared to her inner circle, her words slicing through the noise of the tabloids. She continued with a fierceness that commanded immediate attention, "No one has the right to interfere in how my son solves his problems. They do not know the intricacies of his life, they do not know the depths of what he is going through. Let everyone mind their own business." These were not the words of a manager trying to spin a story, but of a mother witnessing the unfair dissection of her child's pain. According to sources intimately connected to the family, Gülden Yaman had reached a breaking point with the unnecessary interference of outsiders who felt entitled to dictate how a grown man should grieve. She drew a line in the sand, emphasizing that her son is a man who stands firmly on his own 2 feet, requiring no guidance from fair-weather friends or critical spectators. We must pause here, dear Mr. Magazine family, and ask for your perspective on this delicate matter. Do you believe that a mother's intervention in her famous son's public image is a sign of unwavering love, or does it complicate his struggle for independence? We are incredibly curious to hear your opinions in the comments section below. To understand the intensity of this reaction, one must look closer at the nature of the breakup itself. Behind the scenes, the word betrayal hangs heavy in the air. Since the news of the separation broke, Yaman's name has been tethered to stories of profound emotional wounding. It is alleged that he confided in his closest confidants with the heartbreaking admission, he was the one who broke the most trust. "No betrayal has ever hurt me this much." This statement reveals that the aggression the public sees, the long hours lifting heavy weights, the sharp tongue on social media, is actually a defense mechanism against a profound vulnerability. He is not lashing out because he is out of control, he is building walls because the gates were breached by someone he trusted. While the critics see a career in jeopardy, Gulden Hanim sees a necessary road to recovery. She argues that the silence, the isolation, and even the occasional outbursts are essential components of healing. "No one can interfere with someone's recovery process," she reportedly stated, standing as a sentinel against the pressure for Khan to move on quickly or perform happiness for the cameras. This creates a fascinating dichotomy, a famous son who appears physically invincible and stern, supported by a maternal figure who understands the fragility of his heart better than anyone else. Rumors from the backstage of the industry suggest that, contrary to the lonely wolf's image, Khan's relationship with his family is his true anchor. Gulden Hanim's outburst was not a PR blunder, as some suggested, but a deliberate move to ensure her son's peace of mind, signaling to the world that he is not alone in this battle. But is this dark period merely a pit of despair, or is it the chrysalis for a magnificent metamorphosis? Can power truly be derived from pain? Experts and industry insiders are beginning to whisper that this tumultuous phase might be the prelude to a career-defining era for Yaman. The tabloids are currently fixated on the question, will this be Yaman's rebirth? The answer seems to lie in the very silence that critics are attacking. Reports suggest that the actor has not retired in defeat, but has strategically withdrawn to focus entirely on his craft. "This time, I will focus solely on my work," he allegedly told his circle. "I will not rely on people, I will rely on success." This shift in philosophy, placing faith in professional achievement rather than personal relationships, marks a significant maturation. Before we reveal the details of the massive project looming on the horizon, let me take a brief moment to remind you, if you are enjoying this exclusive insight into Yaman's life, please hit the like button. It helps us immensely in bringing these stories to light. And if you are truly a part of the Mr. Magazine tribe, don't forget to check out our membership perks. Now, let us discuss the big surprise that awaits after the silence. While the world focuses on his heartbreak, Yaman is rumored to be in secret, high-level negotiations for a project that spans the cultural bridge between Italy and Turkey, a production destined for global impact. A representative from a major digital platform has fueled these flames, stating anonymously, "We cannot reveal names for now, but Yaman is on the table for a production that will cause a global sensation." His energy and determination almost guarantee him a spot on this project. It appears that the aggressive behavior interpreted by the media is actually the manifestation of a laser-focused determination. He is channeling his grief into a performance that could eclipse everything he has done before. The reaction from the fanbase has been equally polarized and passionate. Yaman supporters are divided between those who worry about his anger and those who champion his right to grieve in his own way. However, Gulden Yaman's intervention acted as a unifying rallying cry. Social media platforms were flooded with comments supporting the matriarch. "Mothers always know best, and Ken is human, not a robot, let him heal his own wounds." Her defense humanized the superstar, reminding the audience that behind the fame, there is a son and a mother navigating a difficult storm together. It reassured the fans that while Ken might be isolating himself from the public, he is not without love or support. As we look toward the future, the question remains, how will Yaman emerge from this crucible? The pain of a great love, combined with the suffocating pressure of public expectation, can break a person, or it can forge them into something unbreakable. The isolation, the physical transformation, the retreat into family, these are all classic signs of a hero's journey, the dark night of the soul before the dawn. An industry insider summed it up best: sometimes, what pulls a person out of the abyss is rebuilding themselves from a broken place. Can is a strong person. This process could be a rocket fuel for his career. In conclusion, the message from Gulden Yaman is clear and resonates far beyond the gossip columns: let everyone mind their own business. It is a boundary set in stone, a declaration that even celebrities deserve the dignity of processing their pain without an audience. Yaman storm is indeed raging, but with such fierce maternal support and a potential global project on the horizon, it is a storm that promises to clear the air for a brighter, stronger future. Thank you for joining us on this emotional exploration here at Mr. Magazine. We hope this story gave you a new perspective on the man behind the headlines. What do you think? Will Yaman return stronger than ever? Let us know in the comments below. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and join our channel to support independent, in-depth celebrity journalism. Until the next story, stay curious, stay respectful, and goodbye.